Yo, another video. I actually erased a couple videos, but I am Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. The road life, all this life it is what it is. Like I told y'all, tomorrow morning I want to jump back on live. I want to give it to y'all. Y'all might see my guy Poop Dog in the video with me. Those crazy dudes can't wait to do a video. And unfortunately, because so much has went on, good and bad, they haven't been able to. But we're going to get them, man. Excuse me. Now, with that being said, check it out. You guys have seen me beat up on many different breeds. And unfortunately, I had the unfortunate meeting of seeing some very bad Corsos. And this is the bad part about the whole Corso thing that I will say is that it was just this particular one. But I was there and I was seeing the guy, and the guy was very, very nice, and he was bragging about the size of his dogs, and yo, this is the mama of that one, and you've seen people, you know, taking their puppies here and there, and they're proud of them. And it's amazing because, you know, my kids get drilled on confirmation, and, you know, Max was like, Dad, can I tell him? I was like, tell him what? You know, I knew what he was gonna say. The dog's back was hideous. You know, and overall confirmation on these dogs were not good at all. And I'm seeing people line up to talk about, oh, I want the next puppy off of that dog. Look how big his head is, which the male had an amazing head. His head was huge, but literally when I tell you his back was arched like the McDonald's sign, it was like that, and the girl had horrible stifles, and yeah, it was a situation, you know what I mean? And I say that not to beat up on that guy. Like I say, the gentleman was a very, very nice gentleman, but this is why I say education is the key. Even speaking with him, and I didn't go into it, I didn't tell him what I do and all this shit, but I understood that he didn't understand confirmation. He didn't understand why breeding a dog with a back like that would be an issue. I've seen it a lot. I've seen people with very, very big dogs, and they're like, oh, look how big the dog is, man. Look how much he weighs this amount. You know, they do that a lot with all Mastiff breeds. Neos, he's a 200-plus pounder. He's a this, he's a that. And it's the same situation where you have with the bullies, where size will override everything. And even in the larger dogs, trust me, I would rather have, you know, a 180-pound Bourbeau that moves well structured, great breathing and everything like that, than a 215-pound one, just to say I have the biggest, stoutest dog. We have to change the mindset that we have to go back to confirmation and health, you know, because these dogs break down. Mastiffs break down. That's why they have a shorter lifespan. They break down so much faster than the smaller dogs. Even if you talk about like a small dog, like say for instance, well, we can talk about the bullies. You know, in the bully world, we can talk about how the pockets generally live longer than the XLs, the real pockets. The smaller the dog, and it's like that with poodles too. The smaller the dog, they typically last a little longer. They don't break down. So we have to keep that in mind as we have a lot of massive, massive breeds, and not mastiff, massive breeds in this registry, and that will be around. And we have to understand that this confirmation thing goes very, very well hand in hand. As I've explained to people many a times, the reason why we talk about confirmation, the reason why we talk about the way the dog is supposed to be built is actually architecture. Everything needs to sit a certain way for all weight displacement to be proper on these dogs. If the back is off, it starts affecting other things. If the feet are off, it starts to affect other things. And believe it or not, ultimately, if the structure is off and it starts to cause problems with different joints or different things, it actually leads to neurological issues, and it affects overall health, because if the dog does not move good, he's less prone to move around. because of the pain, and his cardiovascular system will suffer, even if he happened to be born with a very good cardiovascular system, but bad, bad joints. It all goes hand in hand. You think about it, us as people, if our backs start hurting, our overall health starts to fade, because if your back is hurting, you can't get out and do the things you need to do to keep the rest of your body on point. These are things that we have to think about as we move forward. You know what I mean? I can give y'all a lot of information on a lot of things as far as health goes, but excuse me. Ultimately, we have to get to the point to where we're following these things, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and sneeze as I try to hold these damn sneezes back. Pollen and all this shit is in the air, but until next time, y'all, man, hopefully we get on tomorrow. I'm praying on it. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.